Elon Musk's estranged daughter is shedding light on her extended family's dynamic. In a wide-ranging interview with Teen Vogue, Vivian Jenna Wilson spoke about being one of now 14 children Elon has welcomed, including 2 announced in the past 2 months. She shared, "I will say, I do not actually know how many siblings I have, if you include half-siblings. That's just a fun fact. It's really good for 2 truths and a lie. I found out about the Siobhan Zillis thing the same time everyone else did. I had no idea before that." Siobhan welcomed 3 children with Elon and announced in February that a 4th had been born, which Vivian revealed on TikTok at the time was news to her. Vivian also spoke about Elon's 3 children with Grimes, saying in part, "I found out about Grimes having a second child because a drag queen posted about it on Reddit. For a time, me and Grimes were not really in communication because I wasn't in communication with anyone in that family, which still holds true." She added of communication between them all, "I don't keep up with that side of the family because I don't. My mom doesn't really either. She's divorced, work. So yeah, I don't really give a what they do. This is not my problem, okay? I've seen X once when he was very little," referring to Grimes and Elon's eldest son. Elsewhere in the interview, Vivian talked about her goals, her political views, and her journey as a trans woman, and called her initial Threads post firing back at Elon's claims about her last year the quote, "most cathartic moment of my life." While she often speaks out about her dad's actions online, she said that doing so doesn't take up a lot of space in her mind, saying in part, "I don't give a about him. I really don't. It's annoying that people associate me with him. I just don't have any room to care anymore." When asked if she was scared of him, she replied in part, "He's a pathetic man-child. Why would I feel scared of him? Ooh, he has so much power. Nah. I don't give a Why should I be scared of this man? Because he's rich? Oh no, I'm trembling." She added, "People thrive off of fear. I'm not giving anyone that space in my mind. The only thing that gets to live rent-free in my mind are drag queens."
Oh, great. So that's his trans daughter, and if you saw his interview on Rogan, I believe it was Rogan, he got into it a little bit there, and he got a little bit emotional, and because he essentially said that he was lied to, and what he meant by that was, his son at the time wanted to transition to be a female, and he kind of went along with this whole thing, the woke mind virus, as he called it. And to the best of my understanding, his son was in his early teens, and he provided him with puberty blockers and things of that nature, and essentially helped him to give him this quote unquote gender affirming care that is kind of fading away right now because people are realizing how insane it is. I feel bad for that person there. I truly do. And again, if she, which she appears to be there, wanted to transition, later on in life, nobody would have an issue with that. And I don't think Elon would either. You're gonna love your kids no matter what. You may disagree with them and you may have issues with them, but the fact that he was propagandized into thinking that he should allow a child going through puberty to be susceptible to medical procedures, whatever they may be, in order to change the outcome of their entire lives. It's amazing. I mean, think about it. We're not talking about a stupid man. We're literally talking about like a rocket scientist, right? And that doesn't mean you still can't be susceptible to propaganda and susceptible to society and the ills that come from it. It's everyone you have to stay on. You got to stay in the game. You got to stay on point. You got to stay on top of everything. You can be propagandized. We're the most propagandized country in the world. I truly believe that. And the reason I believe that we are is because we're so affluent, right? It doesn't really pay much to propagandize somebody in the Congo, right? Or in rural Russia, or choose your pick, or Haiti or any place in sub-Saharan Africa, or I was going to say the Ukraine prior to everything, but when you are a country with a great deal of power and a great deal of authority, to get your populace to believe something that can benefit someone else, that has a lot of that's what people want, right? People want the American population. It's almost like when you have a show, right? What are you looking for? You're looking for who's going to watch your show, where you can sell ads and people in that demographic, the demographic that's going to go out there and buy the stuff and do the things, right? Why are you going to put an ad for, on a show for a water park if the show's being watched by 80-year-olds? No one's gonna. It doesn't make sense, right? But yeah, we are like we're the demo. America is the demo. That's what everybody wants. This is where the money is. And as we're seeing with what Musk is doing in terms of Doge and stuff like that, the money is just flying out of here to do God knows what. But yeah, if you get a chance, maybe I'll take a look at it on a later video. His interview with Rogan, he got very emotional. He basically said that his son died. He said that's why you call it dead naming, and he allowed the propaganda to get to him, and it's sad. I really hope that Vivian, has a wonderful life and everything, and that it's still sad. When you lose a relationship with a parent, it's a very, very sad thing. Guys, thank you for coming out. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe. We will see you again real soon. Thank you.